All right, we are departing from Chula Vista at my marina to Glorieta Bay, hopefully at before sunset. All right, we'll get this engine fired up. This is my 1969 Cheoy Lee 38 Sigma model. For the past 6 months, I've been working on getting her ready to sail, doing engine work, replacing the batteries, going through all the systems, and getting everything in order. I'm finally ready to put her to the test. We got all our lines ready, we got a push pole, and this is my first mate, Kasey. Set this up. Alright, well, due to kind of the crosswind we have here in the marina, I got my own little method of actually walking out my sailboat. You'll see me here with a stern line and a bow line, and I just kind of walk it out, get that back end kind of turning, and the wind really does the rest. I have a neighbor there on the bow, but I've done this method ever since I started sailing, and it has just worked great. A little more control of the boat. A little reverse, and we are departing for the first overnight voyage. First mate Kasey on the front, keeping it under control. Alright, we're departing from my marina. I've taken this boat sailing a good handful of times now, but never an overnight voyage and never anchored down yet, so this is going to be a first. You'll see my dinghy there off to the back right. I tied up real close to the stern when I depart, and when I get a little farther out, I'll let off a towing bridle, and it will be a good 60 feet behind me. This is my first YouTube video, and this is just the start of my sailing channel and my sailing journey. Hopefully got a lot of videos to come. I've been documenting the whole process on this refurbish. We got some big adventures coming up, and excited to throw it all into videos and get it up on here. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and fair winds. Gotta do a few things. Just watch her just a little bit. You can swing just a little bit.
You good right here?
Yeah. Well, my mainsail halyard at the time was not working. It was being worked on, so I did not just want to motor there, so decided to throw up my Genoa sail. So you'll see me here getting the tacking lines all ready. I'm gonna face into the wind. And we roll her out. We got the working side on starboard. And we'll get her out. We'll get her winched down, line back up on track, and sailing.
Right there. Ready? There it is. That looks good, eh? Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Gee-haw! Ain't nothing like a good little boogie down on the water. Some Billy Stringers. We are headed from Chula Vista South. That is the Coronado Bridge in the foreground. We are currently passing all the military big ships. Trekking a little closer to the anchorage and to some shallow sandbars by the bridge. Decided to pull on the sail and just get motoring on down. That green line you see there, that is what rolls the sail up in on the rolling furler. And it's all nice and tucked away. Clean up some lines and get motoring on down.
Alright, we got a sail event.
Kasey decided to come out to see the beautiful little sunset under the bridge. Got all the lines cleaned up in the cockpit, and we're making good time to get there before sunset.
Headed down that way.
Well, Kasey really didn't know I was recording too much, so she'll be talking more next time.
Alright, we made it to the anchorage. It's fucking packed of people. Oh,
I hate people.
I don't like people.
Alright, well, pulling up to the anchorage, of course, they had a sailing race going on, which was really cool to see. But as I'm pulling in to set down my anchor, 5 or 6 of these guys came sailing by, and what a sight, but what a pain. A few bigger yachts, a few bigger sailboats around me. Look how cool that is though. Check my surroundings, line myself up with a good spot to anchor down. Pulling in this dinghy so this line doesn't get caught around your propeller. Well, I didn't like where I ended up. I made a little 360 turnaround, repositioned myself as I was too close to this yacht, so I pulled up a little more towards his stern and drop an anchor for the first time on this boat. See that little green tag there? That's a 15-foot anchor chain marker. It's a neighbor going by in his dinghy. So So we're in about 12 feet of water. It's like a mud marsh. So you saw me there, I let out about 18 feet. Come back to the cockpit, throw it in reverse at a low idle. And now it's actually reversing the boat. And I'll let out some more chain. There's a 30 feet tag there.
There's 30 feet right there.
It is definitely a little nerve-wracking for the first 5 minutes of this whole anchor setting process, especially this is my first time being on this boat. I'm kind of running back and forth, popping into reverse, popping into neutral, letting out chain, just really making sure that we're set here, checking my surroundings.
What are we thinking? It's 30 feet there. Let it a little more. All right. We are anchored down. After about 10 minutes of just kind of standing here and making sure that we're holding, seems that we're holding. We got a lot of neighbors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The guy back here, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 neighbors. And a beautiful sunset. Making sure we're holding on anchor. I'm gonna ask one of these guys how much chain they have out, so I can kind of line myself up with them, because he seems to have a lot. I don't think I have that much out. So we're holding. And this is what we got.
Well, did an engine check. Kind of settled down for about 5 minutes, but I could not help myself but to enjoy this beautiful sunset. And we decided it would be a good opportunity to throw up a drone. So this is the footage that we got. I hope you enjoy. Quick little walkthrough of my boat. She's making some tea over here. We enjoy the last bits of the golden rays. We have this nice private beach here behind us, and we have the Coronado downtown right there off in the distance. Anchor seems to really set its spot in place. We got some guys sailing by. We got this guy gonna anchor down. Sunset faded and we quickly found ourselves under the night sky, and it was time to eat. So I whipped us up some mushroom Philly cheesesteaks. Don't knock it till you try it. Pretty damn good. And we feasted.
Yeah, woo! Perfection. Gourmet. Fat glass of milk.
marina with a beautiful sunrise. Did my morning stretching, my morning prayers, giving thanks to the Most High. First mate Kasey, yep, she's still sleeping, and it was time for a cup of coffee. Goes out to the cockpit. Beautiful glassy morning, and just really enjoying the peaceful, quiet mornings here on Anchorage. First mate decided to join me, and we thought, what better way to start the morning than a nice dip in the water. Got up this ladder here. This is a new stainless steel ladder that I bought that clips and hangs over the side of the boat, so when we jump off we can get back in. How's this Anchorage? It's just beautiful here. And well, I missed the video of Kasey jumping in, but there she is. And that is Coronado Island there in the background. And she said it felt lovely, so it was my turn. Off into the water. This is April in Southern California, San Diego to be specific, so water temp was maybe 67 degrees. Swam around for a little bit, did some laps. Actually ended up swimming underneath my boat and checking out the keel. I kept the original name of my boat, which is Marana. You see right there, that's that new sticker I got. And that black beauty pinstripe with the gold. I hand painted that as well. Oh, good save! Good save! God bless, guys! Met some neighbors, and as you can see, that guy does not have good balance, and he quite almost fell in the water. Finished a few laps, and then we sat down and made a plan for the day. Had some breakfast, enjoyed the sun, and plan was to load up the dinghy with our skateboards, and we are going to dinghy over to the local skate park here on Coronado Island. which is a first experience for me. If you have never taken your dinghy
Aboard.
to a skate park, I highly suggest it. Well, here's a good view of my sailboat in all its glory, shining on anchorage. And we're cruising out. Within about 10 seconds we ran out of gas, of course. I always carry a few gallons on me. I always gotta be
Yeah, I
prepared.
just had to fill it back up with gas.
And for about 30 seconds we drifted back into my sailboat, and I found the problem. It was just getting too much air through the little top cap there. Got it running, and we were off,
Yeah, good.
continuing the adventure.
We're headed to the skate park. See if we can get a few laps in. It's beautiful. Sailboat's back there.
Too close. Oh no, it stopped. It's drying.
Wow.
Hi.
Hi. U.S. Coast Guard security zone. Keep back 75 feet. Don't think so.
Little trespassing.
Yeah, I like that.
They're gonna come back and like they did with the kayak guy yesterday.
In the mooring ball field, checking out some cool boats. I like this one. Look at that thing.
Full on pirate ship right there.
Arg. Makes my pirate boat.
Oh, the green.
It looks like a
bottom.
junior pirate boat, and that's Papa Pirate. Wow. Arg to you, matey. Fair wind. All right, get the pant legs ready. We're gonna get a little wet here.
Alright, well, we're about to beach the dinghy onto this sandy shore here because the skate park is just right there behind the palm trees. So we'll see how this goes.
Throw it in neutral, turn it off. And we'll just kind of float on in, eh? All right. Come on. All right.
Are you gonna push up? Is that good?
Alright, well I just tied my dinghy off to this pole. I couldn't figure out how to lift my outboard engine up. I ended up getting that working afterwards. But yeah, I made this little tow line
This
here.
should be good, eh?
And hoping that holds.
Yeah. Looks good to me. How is it? Eee, she said. Just tied off to a pole. Hope that holds. Hope the tie doesn't drop too much where the boat gets jammed in the sand, but if it gets too high, it'll be floating, but we'll still be tied off, hopefully.
Go to the skate park.
All right, to the skate park we go.
All right, so that is the Coronado Bridge. That is downtown San Diego, and we just dinghied ashore, and we are on our way to the skate park. My camera ended up dying about halfway through, so I only got a few clips. This is the Insta360 Go 3S on a hat cam that I'm filming with skating, and actually filming this whole video with. So,
all right.
It's a great park.
It's wonderful.
Well, my camera ended up dying, so this is the only footage that I got. We ended up getting back to the dinghy, found it half full of water. We had to bucket it out and cruise on back to my boat.
Gorgeous out here. We sat down, we made a little lunch, did a little calming down point. We sat down, did a little meditation. We got her doing the dishes, and I'm just getting everything rigged up and ready, tied up, put away, cleaned for pulling up anchor and getting out of here. We got lots of neighbors. We met those guys. They palled over earlier. We met some people over there, and it is just gorgeous out here. All right. All right. Let that get warmed up a little bit. Some is turned on. All right. Tone that down just a little bit. All right. We are departing from Glorieta Bay. And we got Captain Kasey on the wheel.
Hi.
I'm gonna go crank up the manual anchor, windlass. Make sure we got no boats around, and we're gonna try getting off this anchorage.
Okay, so anchors up protocol. We're gonna get the bumpers up just because when you take off, they don't drag in the water. You don't look like a kook. So we'll get those up. We got the engine running for about 15 minutes. Did a fluid check, coolant, oil, temperature, everything checked out good.
All right, anchors up.
This is my manual anchor windlass, and yep, show you how it works.
Probably got about 35, like 40 feet of chain out. Okay, hold on. All right, babe, we're going up.
Definitely takes some manpower to crank in 45 feet of chain, and it's basically pulling us towards the anchor point where it's set on the ground. And when I get to about 20 feet, because we're in about 15 feet of water, I'll kind of stop, make sure that we're not going to be pushed into any boat, because the moment you get that thing off the ground, you are going to be drifting, and you still got about 20 feet of chain to pull up.
Oh shit.
Well, as you can see, it went bad real fast, real quick. All my Ingram chain I learned started stacking up in the locker, and the chain would not go through that deck hole you see there. So it all ended up on the deck. At this point, we are currently drifting into another vessel. I got the anchor at least up almost into the air. I had to run back to the helm. Kasey had no idea what to do. And I had to hop on, throw it in a little reverse, and manage to wiggle my way out of there nice and safely.
Alright, got the fucking anchor. Windlass kept kind of getting jammed. I got it. Whew! Took way longer than I wanted. I'm fucking out of breath.
Good?
Yeah.
Well, that was my first time pulling up anchor with that windlass, and it did not go as well as what I hoped, but that's okay. We managed to get our way out of there around some shallow sandbars and get motoring on back to the marina. My engine is a Yanmar 30, and cruising speed is about 6 to 8 knots, probably going about 6 knots there, maybe about 1800, 2000 RPMs, and just cruising along.
All right, get a little closer to the marina. We're gonna drop down the engine a little bit. We got the bumpers out, and now we gotta pull in this dinghy here. That dinghy? All right, we gotta pull her in. 2 on course. All right. Pull it in, pull it in. Unhook, pull it in, all the way. Come on. Right there. Got it. All right, we almost hit this guy here. All right, speed back up. Got the dinghy in. Watch out for this guy, eh? Yeah, bud. All right, we're entering my marina. And we are up there. All right, here we are docking. We're headed through there. And we're just in neutral right now. And just being drifted along. Okay. Make sure we don't hit this guy. And we'll give it a little forward. Little gear. Nice and slow. And I got a slip on the left, maybe about 8 boats down. So we'll hug the right side. And then little 3-point turn, I'm hoping nose it in. Yeah! Yeah, bud. Ride him, cowboy. All right. So we got the slip over there. We're in neutral. Gonna hug this side a little bit, not too hard. Not too much. Okay, 1 point. 2-point turn. Yep. Watch our back. And crank it. Hold it a little right. And a little bit left. Really perfect, huh? All right. And a little bit reverse. Stop that momentum. A little bit forward. And that's it. Land ho. Grab that line right there, babe. Yep. Oh. There you go. And that is land ho. Didn't get a video of tying her up, but she's all tied up. And that's it. We're gonna get cleaned up, washed up, get some food, and 9 out of 10.
I would say 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, that's it. We'll take it.
We'll do a 10 out of 10 when the drone's solid.
Thanks for watching. Pirate Taylor, Kasey Compass, the team, the duo you never thought was possible. Yet we're here. And we're doing it. Thanks, guys.